All praise to Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Kodash. Shalom, Torah Knights, Shalom, Yashal. This is going to be a very patient build. I can't promise it's going to be very long, but this will be a patient build. We're going to debunk quite a few things here at one time. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm starting to see so much madness come from these Egyptian guys. And I'll praise the Yahweh, their secret has been exposed. And just want to say this. Y'all ever notice how much these guys are so fast to be like, oh man, y'all plagiarized our writings. You guys are the Hyksos. This, and that, this, and that. Africa is the home of all black people, and this, and that. And you gotta often say to yourself, like, where are they getting this shit from? But we stand on Torah and we keep Torah, so we understand that's all a lie. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use the Torah as well as a few other books that I have, and we're gonna go ahead and debunk. We're gonna show how these Kemet dudes have been hiding this very dirty secret and how imperative this is to us. So I ain't gonna continue to be long-winded, man. Let's go ahead into this. So let's set the ground. We are going to show that number one, these stories that come out of Kemet are nothing but Torah that is plagiarized. That's number one. We're going to also show number two that they messed up. I caught them in their slip up, and they're printing this and it's all over the internet and they keep on reprinting it and they fucked up. That's just plain and simple. And I caught it and they said it and they can't take it back. And so we're going to also prove, we're going to show you where the white man is from. And we're going to show you some interesting stuff. So let's just go ahead and do it. And the reason, like I said, why I get this, I guess we're going to start here. And we're going to, looking at the land, right? And I just got this sitting here and we're going to keep this in store. Oh yeah, and niggas on Kemet, before I get started, oh yeah, there's a trap being laid in this right here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use your own elder, one of your most respected elders, and he's going to verify this. So when you come to rebuke me, you will be rebuking your elder. So let's just keep this going because this is going to get real good. So we're just taking a quick look at the land, right? So just keep that in mind. And what we're going to do here, we're going to start off with a few things. So let's go ahead and let's start to the debunking phase. And we're going to first start off this book, The Two Babylons, right? By Robert Orr Windsor. And we're going to get this part down here. It says, no other nation in the ancient Near East can boast or claim as much, even as great as Egypt was her ancient religion and language, are now extinct. All right. So they're extinct. Let's keep going. Let's watch this author line it all up as well. Next part. The Hamites began to arrive in Africa from the Middle East between 5,000 and 3,500 BC. So the Hamites, number one, according to this author, they did not always inhabit that land, what we call Africa. Let's go ahead. Let's keep debunking. I want to go into where we're going. Because, man, they got a dirty little secret they've been hiding, and we're going to get this secret out today, y'all. So let's go ahead and let's debunk this whole Africa doctrine, because you are not an African. You are Israelite. Now, these Hamites, we're not talking to y'all, but Yashar, I'm talking to y'all. Here we go. Now, and this is going to be page 36. Now we know that Asia was the birthplace of the black race, not Ham. The same author just showed you that the Hamites didn't even begin to arrive there until 5,000, 3,500 BC. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So, forgive me, guys. All right, and let's go ahead and also let's get this. This is setting a premise. Set this premise, and we're going to get the highlighted portion. It says the Phoenicians established a colony in North Africa called Carthage, and they, the Carthaginians, always considered themselves Canaanites. All right, Canaanites. Okay, so Egypt, number one, you're not the people who resided there, who invaded there or moved there. They're not even from Africa. They're from the Middle East. So let's stop this whole out of Africa doctrine. That's number one. Number two, let's go ahead and prove that these people have been plagiarizing the Torah and they fucked up and messed up and made a big mistake, and I caught it. And I'm finna show y'all. Let me see. And first thing we need to do, let's go to your Torah. Get your Torah out. And I want to show you something. All right. So we're going to go to Genesis 13. Okay. And we're going to look at verse number 12. It says, Abraham dwelt in the land of Canaan, while Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain and pitched tents as far as Sodom. Now the people of Sodom were wicked and sinful toward Yahweh exceedingly. Okay. All right. So, okay, and then we're going to also, let's go to verse number 7. And it says, and there was a quarrel between a herdsman of Abraham's livestock and a herdsman of Lot's livestock. And the Canaanite and the Perizzite were then dwelling in the land. Now, I want y'all to understand this, y'all. The Canaanite itself is one tribe that's very rarely talked about. They talk about tribes, other Canaanite tribes, but Canaanite itself, this is one tribe. So truthfully, guys, yes, there are 12 tribes of Canaan. This is the 12th tribe. They're just called Canaanite. Now I want to show y'all something that's very interesting. Very interesting. So let's go to Genesis 10 and want to look at Canaan's kids. And we're going to go, Canaan begot Zidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusite, the Amorite, the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Archite, the Sinite, the Arvadite, the Zermite, and the Hamathite. Now, here's going to be the key. We only had to deal with certain ones, and then there are certain ones who never ever got drove out. Now, let's get a clear look on the ones we dealt with so we can go to Deuteronomy 7. We can get that. So we're going to go to verse number 1. And when Yahweh, your Elohim, will bring you into the land which you come to possess it, he will thrust away many nations from before you, the Hittite, the Girgashite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. Now I want to tell y'all guys something. Here's the thing about this. This is very interesting. Let's go back. Now remember, go back to Genesis 10. Like we said, there are 12 tribes of Canaanites. We only drove out 7 of them. All right? We drove out 7. That leaves 5 clans left. Sidon dwelt there with us the whole time. But you got to ask yourself, now, what's left? Sorry. Genesis 10, who's left? That'll be Heth, the Archite, and the Arvadite. These are some of the ones who are left, right? And the Zermite, Zermathite. All right, sorry about that. Now I want to tell you something that's very, very interesting. When we go back up, and I'm trying to find right where I lost it. Let's go back up to Genesis 13. Trying to make sure I'm in the right area. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let's just go ahead and let's go up to Genesis 14. Now I want to show y'all something very interesting. These is where these dudes fucked up at. Because they keep on trying to tell us we're the Hyksos and this is and that and all this blah 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 nonsense. But they messed up. And I'm sitting here reading. I want you to peep this. It says, none of this Exodus It says, none of this Exodus history story suggests a close familiarity with Egypt. It takes little discernment to recognize the first plot pattern to repeat the monolith in Egypt history. Thebes in the south had thrice attempted to spearhead war of liberation against the north, but in the present formulation, the story owes more to the national fever awakened by the distress invasions or attempted invasions of the Assyrians, Neo-Babylonians, and Persian states from 671 to 525 BC. The second story type, on the other hand, has deeper roots, although it was shaped and brought to relevancy by the ubiquity of foreign enclaves in Egypt from from Saite times on. It says, as we have them from the Hellenistic age, none earlier have survived. Examples show that both plots could be welded into a single tale. Bullshit. No, they couldn't. And this is where y'all fucked up at. Because in your attempt to plagiarize the Torah, you messed up. You, all praise to Yahweh, you inadvertently told on yourself doing it. And we're going to show you what they've plagiarized. And I'm going to show you how they told on themselves attempting to plagiarize the Torah. Watch, let's prove that. And it's going to say, let's say A2, it says, the king Amenophis desired to see the gods. Amenophis, son of Papias the seer, declares that he may if he cleanses the land of lepers. Let's keep that key, keep that in mind. If he cleanses the land of leper, the king sends all the lepers to the quarrels east of the Nile. See that? So they're trying to say that east of the Nile, which would be towards Jerusalem, is lepers. But I'm going to prove to you that these dudes are lying and they got caught up in their lie. And it says, Amompus the seer predicts an invasion of 13 years. The leper asks if they could be allowed to live in Arvis, right? So you see that word Arvis, right? Now check this out. When we go to Arvis, I want you to peep this. Look at what it says. It says the Arvis in the Delta was the capital of the Hyksos kings of the second intermediate period. They fortified city was built over a middle kingdom town, and they had captured, and they built a Canaanite style temple. So these people are Canaanites. These are not Israelites. But let them tell it. I'm finna expose they lie. Let them tell it. They're gonna try to tell us that we're the lepers. But I'm gonna prove to you that these fuckers done got messed up. Now watch this. And it says, verse 8, it says, Osiris makes monotheistic and radical exclusive laws. Understand what they're trying to say. Osiris invites the shepherds back to Arvis. Now wait. And then the shepherds return. Now stop. No, let's go right here. Genesis 14. And it happened in the days of, and some of these names are hard, so work with me, y'all. And it happened in the days of Raphael, the king of Shinar, king of Elizar, Chalamandor, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of Galim, that these made war on Bera, king of Sodom, Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Amad, Sheba, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, which is in Zor. All all these had joined in the valley of Siddim, now at the Salt Sea. 12 years they served Chalamandor, and they rebelled 13 years. In the 14th year, Chalamandor and the kings who were with him came and struck the Rephaim, the Asheroth Karim, the Zumzamim, and Ham. The Zumzamim and Ham. Wait. And the Emim and the Shevite Karathim and the Horites in the mountains of Seir, as far as the plain of Parah, which is by the desert. And they turned back and came to Emish Meshach. You see that? Wait. And they turned back and came back to Emish Meshach. And then look at what he says. I know I mispronounced that. And look at what it says. Verse 8, 9 through 10. It says, Osaraphith makes a monotheistic and radically exclusive laws. Osaraphith invites the shepherds back to Arvis, and the shepherds return. And wait, he says, and they turned back and came into Mishap, which is in Kadesh, and they struck the territory of the Amalekites and also the Amorites who dwelled in Hazar Tamar. Now wait, I want y'all to see this. Now wait. Also, peep game, verse number 10. And the valley of Siddim was full of Butman whales, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, and they fell into them, while the rest fled into mountains. Now I want y'all to keep this in mind. We're talking about fled into mountains, right? Now, walk with me, y'all. These Egyptians are trying to say that we plagiarized the story from them, and what they're, in so many words, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Look at verse number 14. It says, the reiteration of the pen Osarsif and identified with Moses, but that's bullshit, because listen to your story. You just verified that lepers are already in Egypt. Listen to the story. It says the king Amenophilus desired to see the gods. Amenophilus, son of Papus, the seer, declared that he may, if he cleanses the land of lepers. So think about it. How can you cleanse the land of lepers if you're trying to convince us Moshe brought lepers into the land? Think about it. It hadn't happened yet. Now listen to what it says, verse 12. The king declines to fight the shepherds and retreats to where? Ethiopia. I know y'all saying, why is this important? Or what are you trying to get up to? And the part that I'm trying to get up to is that these people have lied so much that they have now, what they're doing is this, in so many words, they're trying to say we're the Hyksos and that we're the ones who invaded. But this is a bullshit lie, and I'm finna prove it. Let's go ahead and let's get this now. So this is gonna be Elder Bobby Hemmett. Now listen to what he says, y'all. Pay attention. And now that means that he knows everything there is to know about this stuff. Because it's funny, because in another part, we have them Libya. Libya, at an early age, if you trace the culture, it's only populated by the so-called Tamil. That's strange. That means that it was populated by the Tamil. So you heard what he said? He said the Libya was only populated by who? The Tamil. Right? Now remember, these guys are saying that Moshe brought lepers into Egypt, but they're also admitting that lepers are already there. Now watch this. Now their elder, he's gonna confess and admit that lepers are already inhabiting Egypt before we get there.
You who had an early culture, but yet the white man mutates up here and is in barbarism, but he has enough sense to come down in his barbaric state and take over some black people. It don't make no sense. Then we understand that we have in Kemet with minis, or normal as some people say, goes in and he has to liberate upper and lower Kemet from a barbarian, mainly these Tamil.
Whoop. Uh-oh. Now see, y'all done fucked up. You remember that part on that movie? He said, you know you done fucked up, right? Egypt, Kemet, the Greek guys, all, you know you done fucked up, right? I'm gonna play that part again. We're gonna get a little bit of that again. Just for a witness. Okay?
It's funny because in another part, we have them Libya. Libya, at an early age, if you trace the culture, it's only populated by the so-called Tamil. I said, now that's strange. That means that it was populated by the Tamil who had an early culture, but yet the white man mutates up here and is in barbarism, but he has enough sense to come down in his barbaric state and take over some black people. It don't make no sense. Then we understand that we have in Kemet with minis, or normal as some people say, goes in and he has to liberate upper and lower Kemet from a barbarian, mainly these Tamil. You see, it's a lot of holes that's missing in the history, and a lot of people are.
Thank you, Elder. You did tell the truth. There is a lot of holes missing in the history, and I love the fact that you just confessed that Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, the Tamil who lived there, and only the Tamil who, and you just confessed our story of how we went there and had to liberate and kick this Tamil out. Now, listen, I'm going to prove that. And I'm going to prove, if you understand what's going on, just walk with me, y'all. This guy, and this is Egypt's dirty secrets, what I'm getting to. This guy, Osirafif, he is the one who liberates the lepers who have already been kicked out of our land and have been forced to go down and live in Africa. We came from this direction. They want you to believe everything came up. No, those people were forced, lepers were forced to go live in Africa. Listen, let's go to the book of Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus 13. So lock in Leviticus 13. Let me find this because I want y'all to see this. Okay, so here we go. Leviticus 13 and 46. It says, all the days that the affliction is upon him, he shall remain contaminated. He is contaminated. He shall dwell in isolation. His dwelling shall be outside the camp. So these lepers were drove out of the camp. Now think about what they're saying. These dudes are trying to convince us that we're the lepers. And that Sekhmet, all of these bugged out ass doctrines, and I'm just showing you it's all a lie. Because these dudes, once again, the elder has already admitted that Upper and Lower Egypt is only inhabited by the Tamil. Who is the Tamil? I believe this Tamil is one of the Canaanites who are cursed. And I'm going to get into that in just a second, and we're going to clean this all up in the Torah before we end this. So let's keep going. So this is what we're going to do now. let's go ahead and let's go into some two things we need to see. Canaan gets cursed twice. And we do know one curse. Let's go ahead and get that, and then we're going to go to the other curse. The curse is Canaan. It's going to be Genesis 9:25. And he said, "Cursed is Canaan, a slave of slaves, shall he be to his brothers." Right? That's the curse of Canaan for the nakedness thing with Noah, right? So Canaan's cursed there. And then there's another curse put on Canaan, but it's only talked about in the book of the upright. And I'm going to show you what's very funny, and we're going to connect all this to the Torah. And this curse that is connected to Canaan has something to do with the Tower of Babel. Let me find that. Let me get that. All right. All right. For 30 years, Elan conquers Babel. That's true. I'm too far in. He sprang before. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to show you. This curse is not directly on Canaan, but Canaan is involved in this curse. And it has something to do with the building of the Tower of Babel. And it says this is a book of Yasher. This is going to be the book of Yasher, the 9th chapter, verse 23. And all the families assembled, consisting of about 600,000 men, and they went to seek an extensive piece of ground and build a city and a tower, and they sought the whole earth, and none found none like on the valley of the east of the land of Shinar, about 2 days' walk. They journeyed there and dwelt there. Now it's telling you that who does this? The four families. And all the princes of Nimrod and his great men took counsel together. Put, Mizraim, Cush, and Canaan. Now think about what it just told you. It says all the families assembled, consisting of about 600,000 men. Okay? And what these families did was 600,000 men broke into three divisions. Now, as a curse, one of the curses of one of the divisions, look at what it says. And this is going to be verse 35. And it says, and Yahweh smote the three divisions that were there, and he punished them according to their works and their designs. And it says, those who said, we will ascend into heaven and serve our gods, became like apes and elephants. Now, wait. It didn't say they became apes and elephants. It says they became like apes and elephants. Now, Canaan is a part of this curse. Now, remember, the elder just showed us. The elder just told us that Upper and Lower Kemet was the Tamil who lived there.
Great Upper and Lower Kemet from a barbarian, mainly these Tamil. You see?
Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Y'all. And we're going to go, the Torah is going to go ahead and clean this up. So, Kemet, number one, you've been exposed. Before we clean this all up, let's show it. Kemet, you've been exposed. You claim that Moshe was the one who brought Hyksos out of Canaan to invade Egypt, but you lied. And you're caught up in your own lie, and you're printing this bugged out ass doctrine. And it says, Osiris invites the shepherds back to Arvis, and the shepherds return, and the king hides the divine images and sends the 5-year-old son to safety. The king declines to fight the shepherds and retreats to Ethiopia. It says the shepherds lay waste Egypt. Now they're trying to say this is Moshe, but like I said, these dudes are caught up. Now they're messed up in their own doctrine. So let's get the Torah, and let's show the Torah, and let's show that it proves the ones who dwelt there, the ones who went and overthrew Egypt. You are the ones who liberated the Tamahu. You are the ones who liberated the quote unquote white man from the cave. You did it. Because why? He was already living there and you took over the land. Let's prove that. And the same people who you came and got out the caves, these are the people running around crazy. Because why? We're going to prove that. Let's go ahead and first and let's prove that these people who are running around crazy now, these are the children of the fallen. Because Esau mixed in with the children of the fallen. Let's get that. Let's go to Genesis 36 real quick. Let's go to Genesis 36. Genesis 36. And and these are the descendants of Esau. He is Edom. Esau has taken his wives from among the Canaanite women, right? So I want you to see this. So let's go up to verse number 21. Verse number 21. And it says, and Dishan and Ezer and Dishan, and these are the chiefs of the Horites, the descendants of Seir, the land of Edom. The descendants of Seir in the land of Edom. So now let's clean this all up. So let's prove that all of these lies and these doctrines about Moshe is nothing but bullshit. In Egypt, to rebuke me, you got to rebuke your own elder. He's confirmed this. So number one, your whole black Africa theory and everybody who's black comes from Africa, that's a lie. Because even your elder tells you that the Tamahu, the lepers, the who, because keep this in mind, what is this dude, this guy, Osar Sif, what is he? He is the renegade priest. He is the renegade priest who goes and assembles this army of lepers that's already been drove out. So this was done by a Kemet, quote unquote, nigga. Wicked nigga. So let's keep going, man. So let's go into the Torah and let's go ahead and precept this all out and let's prove. And we're going to actually go to the book of Job. The book of Job, he's telling us about these people. And a lot of us think he's just talking about Edom. I don't believe Job is talking about Edom. I believe Job is talking about these people. We got some precepts to prove it. So let's go Job number 30. Job number 30. And it says, but now they that scoff at me, people younger in age than I, whose fathers I would have rejected from serving with my sheepdogs, of what use was the strength of their hands to me? Their old age was utterly lost from them. They were lonely in privation under hunger. They would flee into the wilderness, a place of darkness and destruction, desolation. It says they would scrape moss from the trees and jump the roots would be their fruit. They would be driven from the inside of cities, pursued like thieves by tumultuous cries. Here go the key, y'all. To dwell in the cliffs, in the valleys, in the holes of the dirts and the rocks. Next key. They would bray among the trees, huddling among the brambles. Next key. Churlish people without names to the base to have standing in the land. Don't y'all understand what that means? Churlish people without names. That means these people had no writing. If you don't have names, you don't have a writing system. They're so debased, they don't know how to write. So that means these people don't even have a language because they don't have names. Now, who are these people that Job is talking about? See the precept. Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 2nd chapter. And the Torah is always going to clean this all up. Deuteronomy, the 2nd chapter. And we're going to start at verse number 2. Yahweh said to me, saying, enough of your circling this mountain. Turn yourselves northward. You shall command the people, saying, you are passing through the boundary of your brethren, the children of Esau, who dwell in Seir. They will fear you, but they should not be But you should be very careful. You shall not provoke them, for I shall not give you their land, even their right to set foot as an inheritance. To the children of Esau I have given Mount Seir. You shall purchase food for money, and you shall eat whatsoever. All right, wait. Let's go down and let's start at verse number 10. The Emim dwelt there, previously a great populous people, and tall as giants. They too were considered Rephaim, like the giants, and the Moabites called them Emim. Hold on. And the Seir Horites dwelled previously, and the children of Esau drove them away. So wait, so think about it. This is what Job is talking about. This is what Job is talking about. These are the same people who are so debased because why they are considered Rephaim. Now watch. Now remember, go back now to Genesis 14. And look, we're going to prove that Kemet has been fucking lying and hiding this fact. They've been hiding this, y'all. Genesis 14, y'all. Let's clean that all up. Look at what he said. 14:5. In the 14th year of Chalamador, the king who were with him came and struck the Rephaim, the Asheroth Karim, the Zunzamim, and Ham, the Amim, at Shavith Karim. This is Egypt's dirty secret. You liberated these churlish people without names, too debased to have standing in the land. Because why? Osiris is the one who goes and liberates these people. And these people had a fucking nerve to try to tell you that this is Moshe. No, this is not Moshe. This is a renegade priesthood from Kemet who clearly it must be mad at Esau, because remember, in the book of Yasher, Esau's going through Kemet kicking people's ass. And I'm showing you in former times, because listen to what Uncle Job said. I know I'm jumping around. Just walk with me, y'all. Listen to what Job said. He says, verse number 2, of what use was the strength of their hands to me? The old age was utterly lost from them. Here we go, verse 3. They were lonely in privation and hunger. They would flee to the wilderness. These are the same people in former times. They would flee into the wilderness. Because why? These people are the ones who are being drove out because they are the lepers. These are the children of the fallen. Didn't it just told you that in Deuteronomy? Go back. Deuteronomy 2. It told you these are the children. Verse number Deuteronomy 2 and 10. The Emim dwelt there previously a great populace of people as tall as giants. They too were considered Rephaim, like the giants. And the Moabites called them Emim. That's who the book of Job is talking about. So all praise to Yahweh. I hope people can get this understanding. But this is your Kemet, this is your ass whoop. I'm putting you on my leg and I'm treating you like a child. Now you have to come back and you have to debunk me. And when you debunk me, remember, you're rebuking your elder, because your elders already told you the leper is the one. The leper is the one who dwelled in Egypt. And the kings with Abraham and around his era are the ones who went down and liberated that place. And some of you niggas, you hotepers, you're the ones who went and assembled the Tamahu. You're the ones who liberated this base people that's already being drove out of your land. That's Kemet's dirty little secret. Egypt was always been home to the white man, to the Tamahu, to the leper, the one from Leviticus 13 who was driven out. And where they people driven to? They was driven down into Africa. And that is the home of the white man. That is the home of the fallen one. And that is the home of where the fallen started mixing in. It's with these Hamites. I'm just going to say, all praise to Yahweh. Thank any and everybody who listened to this. I'm definitely going to try to continue on this study. I might even redo this one. But until then, just want to say all praise to Yahweh, Shemaiah, Yashala, Elohim, Yahweh, God, Shalom.